Big game coverage live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
This is R&R in the morning with a J involved, as it's Rob Thompson and Joe Reinagel sitting together.
I get to sit with the boss today. Wow.
Are you intimidated?
I
Sitting on
am.
that shells right now.
I am.
Well, if you had any idea how important this really is.
It's an exciting weekend, though. I mean, some weird stuff's happening.
It is
Sure
indeed.
is.
And if you recognize that voice, that's Kix Brooks sitting down with us here on Radio Row. Our Radio Row coverage brought to you, as always, by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. You a pork rind fan?
I love pork rinds.
Yeah.
The Franklin Foods Southern Recipe Small Batch, fried in sunflower oil. You cannot get any better.
No kidding.
You cannot
So
get
have
any
you
better.
got any rind on there? Are these like popcorn?
They're like
rinds?
popcorn
Yeah,
line.
right.
And, you know, one of the great things about these things is you can crunch them up and use them for a lot of different ways. Anybody who's on the keto diet,
Yeah.
man, there's nothing better. I'm a big
Awesome.
pork rind guy.
My grandfather used to boil them down.
man.
He used to make pork rinds, yeah. So
I love, especially the spicy ones.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the spicy
Oh,
ones. you know?
fired up. I want some heartburn or they ain't worth
Yeah,
it.
come on, of course.
That's true Shreveport
Yeah,
talking right
exactly.
there.
There
If it's
you
going to induce heartburn, what's the point? That's quite frankly it. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Rob Thompson. He is Kix Brooks sitting with us on Radio Row. So what are you doing here, man? You just enjoying the lifestyle coming to see a football game?
I am, just coming to hang out. Actually, I'm going to miss the game, but, I heard you guys were here, and I'm like, are you kidding? Get to talk to some freaking sports talking legends from San Antonio. Would they really talk to me? She goes, I think they will. I mean, it's worth a chance. I said, what the hell? I'm flying to Los Angeles.
Let's do it.
Here we are.
Well, we appreciate that. We were waiting for you and got rid of everybody else just so you could sit down with us, okay?
Good. So I saw Joe Burrow walking out of here with his head hanging low, and I was wondering what happened, but that was it.
We're trying to prop him up. I
Yeah.
need him to win or
Yeah.
at least throw 3 touchdowns. There's some money involved with that. Kix Brooks sitting down with us. Right now, back home, rodeo's beginning.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, today is our first day of the rodeo. When I think of those rodeo performances, those abbreviated, get on the turnstile and do that. Do you enjoy those? I mean, the abbreviated show.
You mean singing on the merry-go-round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Well, it looks like it.
I got to tell you, my first real experience with rodeo hands and a guy that, Tough Hedeman back in the day, Ronnie and I were playing the San Antonio Rodeo, which was a play we always did there. And actually had called George Strait out of the blue, I was a big fan of his being a songwriter in Nashville for 10 years, always trying to get a straight cut. Just out of the blue, got his number and called up, and he answered and asked him if he wanted to play golf. He did, had a great day of golf. And then I was a rodeo fan too, and Tough Hedeman's is there. And I said, told my tour manager, see if, Tough will come up and hang out with me. He said, he comes up, he's got some buddy of his, and, we make small talk for a while, whatever, drink a couple of beers on the bus. And my tour manager jumps up and he says, hey, man, he said, it's time for the show. I go, okay. I said, hey, Tough, time to go to work. And he goes, you kicking me off the bus? I went, well, no. I mean,
You're welcome to
if
stay.
you can stay, I got to go to work. But yeah, it's great to meet you. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, so I go and do my show. I come back. My tour manager's standing there. He's red hot. I'm like, what? He goes, man, that cowboy guy stole all your beer. I went, stole all my beer. I said, there's like 2 cases of beer in my chest. He goes, I know they had them all stuffed up in their shirts and everything. They took every damn one of them. I went, what? So I take off. Now I'm mad. And I go down there where, they're all back there by the pens and whatever with the bulls and sitting there. They're all drunk. They've already done their ride, I'm like, dude, you stole my freaking beer? He goes, yeah. I said, what's that about? He goes, well, if you don't know any more than that about rodeo trash, it's time for you to learn your first lesson. He goes, don't ever leave cowboys on your bus alone.
Exactly. Or sports talk host.
Well, I was
by
going to
the
say,
way.
you
Yeah,
work in
yeah.
the radio business. We fall into that category, too. You leave some beer around, we're going to take it as well. You and Ronnie put together, how many 100 million records? I don't know how many records you sold. I'm thinking about you guys, sitting with George Strait.
Yeah.
In a royalty. Light just boomed out of the bus, I'm sure.
Yeah, I certainly don't think of it that way.
I do.
We did have a great get together recently at the Hall of Fame, the new induction. We put in Hank Jr. went in, and a couple others. Anyway, but George and I were at the bar before the event started, and Teddy and Randy Owen from Alabama are there. They're both Hall of Famers, and they look exactly alike now.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they're cousins, I guess. But they got the same goatee, the same hair, the same haircut and everything. And George will kill me for saying this, but Teddy walks up and he goes, "Hey, Randy," because people call me Dunn all the time, and Teddy he's just looking at the bar, and George looks at me. I said, "It's not him." He goes, but he didn't know what I was talking about. And he goes, "Hey, Randy." I look at George. I said,
That is.
"It's not him."
That's correct.
I said, "What are you talking about?" I go, "That's Teddy." And Teddy looks over. He goes, "Yeah, it's not him."
When are we going to see you on the stage again?
Ronnie and I are going to start I think the last part of April or the first part of May. I guess I should look at my schedule, but it's kind of one thing at a time.
It's going to be a long one, or you're going to come in and go out?
We're doing 20 shows. We're doing weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday stuff. Yeah.
Well, can I put in a plug for San Antonio? Can I just ask ahead of time to go ahead and, we got about 9 months to plan for this.
Yeah, we'd like to see you.
We'd like to see you again.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Y'all come, so we at least have 2 people
I'd bring
there.
a friend, so there'd be 5
Y'all
of us.
got chicks and everything?
Well, I could find some if I told them I was coming to see you.
Yeah, if they knew
So
you were
it might
coming.
work out.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Book it, San
I gotta
Antonio.
make a call.
I will too.
Please do.
My people call you people. We'll have ourselves a show.
We'll have our people.
That's it. They'll come watch us too. He is Kix Brooks. Man, we're so excited for you to stop by.
Absolutely.
In a world that is where we are right now, surrounded by all of these football players and, different kind of stars, you kind of stand apart. And I want to thank you for stopping by with us.
No, man, it's great. I appreciate you guys' hospitality. And I seriously am a huge fan of Sports Talk, guys. I mean, you guys are amazing. It's really hard. I do a countdown show every weekend.
Yeah.
But, I have to really do my homework before it comes on to go listen to those songs because I'm not just working the crowd here. I listen to Sports Talk all the time.
Well, who do you like then in the game Sunday?
Well, I'm pulling for Joe Burrow. I'm a Louisiana guy. So, I watched a lot of great LSU games that he pulled out. And he whooped the Titans. So I got to say that they only got whooped because they got whooped by the best team. So
there's a couple things I got to bring up. Our midday host, Michael Jimenez, his daughter is a junior at LSU.
Oh, really? Cool.
So I'm sure he would appreciate that. And as an LSU fan that you are, you turned out pretty good despite that.
Yeah. Well, I went to Louisiana Tech.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's acceptable.
And I spent some time in Texas, too. I went to SMU for a year, but my dad wouldn't buy me a Ferrari, so I couldn't get a date. I had to go back to Louisiana.
We found that. He's Shreveport. He's Louisiana. So I'm Aggie. I went to Texas.
Oh, did you?
So
Okay.
forgive the hatred for LSU. I've been on the wrong end of some beatings there. And also from Tech, quite frankly, once we talk about it. He's Kix Brooks. You can catch him on Sports Talk Radio right now. But if you want to catch the top 20, you can have to go to a country station. But we'll carry it. We'll try to pick it up. Thanks for stopping by.
Fantastic, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Right here on San Antonio Sports Talk. Take care, man.
Good deal.